Belong.
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 My name's Nick Olson.
And I'm Tara Olson.
My name's Kevin Witten. This is my wife, Jessica Witten.
So our story kind of starts, we're originally from Colorado. And so our kids were in a smaller school there that was a really great fit. And then we moved out to Ohio about 5 years ago. And when we were moving, we were looking around at what school district we wanted to end up in. And so we landed in Westchester because it felt like the school district there was going to be a good fit for us. And so we moved out and got our kids plugged into that school district. And as they were attending there, we just started to realize pretty quickly that it wasn't a great fit for our kids and our family.
At the time, our daughter was in public school setting and struggling with anxiety, and we were not getting the partnership, the support, the help that we needed.
But I would say probably 6 months into it, we started noticing just their confidence starting to drop. They're becoming kids that we just, didn't recognize as much.
We felt that at that time there was a disconnect between what we were teaching at home, what was going on Sundays at church. We just felt like there was a disconnect, there was a void. And that's what led us to pursue Christian education for our kids.
And this was a girl that, a year and a half ago from that point was just the sweetest person. You could have any conversation, it was just always went well. And the conversation that we're having that night, and those conversations have been like this, we were just like, man, something's wrong. You don't talk. You're not open about things. You're miserable. You stay up in your room a lot, and all these things were just not who she was.
And we kept reaching out to the school for just guidance, help, direction, and how to deal with that.
And that's when she just she just broke down. And for us, I remember we tried to encourage as much as we could, but as soon as that conversation was done and she left the room, for us, as parents, it's when you see your kids like that, it's really hard. It's really hard to see that.
We were just kind of made to feel like your child's not going along with the majority of the class.
We were just part of the cog, just pushing kids through is kind of what it felt like for us.
She started to fall behind in her academics as evidenced by test scores. So again, the ball was really dropped in that situation.
When you are seeing such drastic changes in your children that are just not who they are, who God created them to be, as parents, you have to make a move.
The true definition of brokenness. Our daughter was broken. She was physically sick. She almost ended up in the hospital. She had like a 7-pound weight loss in 1 month. So to see your child physically, mentally, and spiritually be broken and just whittle away almost was horrific. That's the true definition of brokenness. And we had to say stop, no more.
You have to do something different. And that conversation for us made us feel like if we don't do something now, we could lose her.
During that time, you feel alone. You feel like you're the only one going through it, and you're kind of struggling to figure out, which direction should we go and what do you do?
And that's when we started really just seeking the Lord and praying about, what's next, what opportunities might there be, because we knew that this wasn't a fit and we needed to change something pretty quick.
We were looking for who's going to partner with us in our educational journey. What does that look like?
So I feel like once the doors opened up for us here at CCS, it was like, oh my goodness, we're gonna make it, we're gonna be okay. And it was finally coming to fruition, all the things that we told our kids would happen.
So again, where we found CCS, immediately wanted to partner with us. When we, started the enrollment process, the principal came to us and said, what do you need? What can we help you with? We sat down, we went over our child's history and kind of came up with a game plan of how we can transition our child into the school and what that would look like.
Felt like our kids, when they started attending CCS, within weeks, just started building those relationships right off the bat. They felt like they could jump into sports that they've never had a chance to do before.
And it was evident that in their mission statement and their core values of believe, belong, and become, that's what we were looking for as a family.
We started seeing their confidence slowly start to grow back again. They were starting to open up again. We started to see over months' time, there were the health that we wanted to see in them, emotionally and mentally and spiritually, all those things where they're just like, okay, we're getting them back.
She's flourishing. I mean, she makes good grades. She's involved in many activities. She participates in theater. She participates in sports.
And to be able to finally see the blessings of, yes, her making the volleyball team, and being able to speak at chapel and doing fun things like that, and now me being able to be a part of the school with the volleyball program as a coach, and even now a sub, and our kids, Christian on the cross country, and Ireland doing volleyball, and Isaiah doing basketball. Like, we're able to do so many things that we've always wanted to do.
I would think if somebody would meet her today, they would not know she struggles from severe anxiety. And part of that is, you know, CCS welcomed her with open arms and right away let her know she was, you know, loved, and, you know, we're here for you and we're going to embrace you and walk along with you, her and us. So.
Being able to just come to a new school like this and being welcomed by so many loving people who can understand our side of the story and just partner with us and let us grow and thrive and just be who we are is amazing. It feels so great, and we sing CCS's praises everywhere we go because we feel like we finally found our family.
I think CCS is the right environment for her. It's the right class sizes, the staff, the teachers, the administrators.
It's okay if you're not the best or the greatest or the smartest, because we're family, and just bring the talents and treasures that God's given you and just join the family and be a part of it. And so it's been great to see our kids feel like they can be who they are, and they're accepted for that and encouraged to be that.
Yeah.
They embody Christ, and it's evident. It's evident, you know, in their teachings, in their relationships with the kids.
When we're putting our kids to bed, we pray with them. There's so many times that we just all of us just thank God for CCS because it's been
a huge blessing for our family.